everyone, my name is Farox, and in today's video we're going to be having a look at what it takes to make it into the top 10 in a round of Playerunknown's Battlegrounds. So I love this game. It is probably one of my all-time favorite games now. I've put way too many hours into this game, and I've learned a few tips and tricks that I'd like to share with you guys just to help you get to the top 10 more regularly. So there's lots of new tweaks and updates that the developers made, and Playerunknown is fast becoming one of the most talked about games that's come out in recent times. So we're just going to be covering why I prefer certain weapons, vehicles, locations on the map, and just all-round gameplay over others and strategies over others. Because there's lots of strategies I've seen that are out there at the moment, and a lot of them don't work. And I just like to give my advice on how you can best make it to the top 10. Okay, so we're going to quickly cover looting. So as you can see here, we have a map of the PUBG island. Now, there's 3 levels of loot, and there's 3 different zones you can go to. So there's first of all the military zones, which would be Yasnaya Polyana, the Georgopol containers, the military island, Malta power plants, the shooting range, the bunker, or the shelter, and the prison. So those are all military. You can find all the military grade stuff there. So that is sort of your rare items in those zones. When you go to other places like Pachinki, you'll find the rare items there will be police grade gear, which is level 2 gear. So that would be level 2 gear, yeah. And the type of weapons you'll find there would be the M1684, the UMP, the mini Uzi, and that sort of a thing. The common items that you would find around there is the level 1 items and the mini Uzi and those sort of things. So those are all level 1 items. Level 3 items would be classified as the Car 98, 8x scopes, these SKS, and a few other weapons that can be found along those areas. So first of all, I just want to quickly cover certain how to stay alive longer. So one of my main rules is to try not give away my position too much. So in this game right here, I wanted to be super quiet. I wasn't sure if I could kill this guy or not. For some reason, I took out my Scar instead of my silencer, and I did die later on for that because I gave away my position. So giving away your position in the game can be terrible because, I mean, it can be horrific, to be honest, because then you let everyone know where your position is, and you can just straight out die. So you do get a few interesting kills there. Like for here, I had to kill someone in self-defense. Self-defense is perfectly fine. If you need to kill someone and you see no other escape, just do it. However, I did die later on. A few seconds later, a guy picked over the corner and he shot me. Camping is also something that's quite interesting. Camping can be quite useful, as you see here. This guy had an SKS and I had a shotgun, so I just stole the SKS from him. One of the things that is a good idea is if you can make long shots, do it. However, do not go and loot the body, because I went to loot this body and I did die. I broke one of my #1 rules, and I did die because of this. So it's the small mistakes, like this one for instance. This one, I decided to attack a guy even while he was being shot at. So the person that was shooting him became aware of me, and I died due to that stupid mistake. So killing people early on can actually be a very good idea depending on your situation. For instance here, I was confronted by someone, and if you leave this person to run, they're going to get better loot and they're going to come after you, and the chance of them killing you is quite large. So killing someone early can actually be quite useful, because I got some nice gear with this person. Okay, so before we move on, I just want to quickly cover camping and staying in one place for too long. So staying in one place for too long can be bad for you. In this clip here, I wasn't sure what to do because we were already so close to the end. There was only a few people left, and really I didn't know what to do, so I kind of ended up dying here because I wasn't watching, and this just happened. I made bad decisions. I didn't look out from behind me, and I mean, I would have been number 2 if I had noticed this guy. So camping and staying in one place in this instance was bad for me because I didn't stay in cover. I didn't know what I was doing. Bad decisions were made. Camping like this can be extremely fun because here I got a kill straight at me almost as soon as I walked into this house, and secondly, there was a guy that sort of went Rambo on the door, but then I killed him. However, staying in one place, like I said, can be bad for you because frag grenades, they aren't good for your health. that is your camping days over. So camping can be extremely fun and good for you, but in certain scenarios you need to be careful how you do it, how you execute it, otherwise it can mess you over completely. So one more thing before we move on to vehicles. One thing that is almost as important as being silent is camouflage. Because one thing that I've learned is that if you don't have camouflage, people can absolutely wipe you. However, watch this. There's a guy right ahead of us. As you can see him right there, he's running. What are you going to do is we're not going to shoot him, because I know there's someone right behind me that's going to shoot me if I shoot him. He has an SKS, the guy behind me. This guy doesn't have much that I need. I think he has an assault rifle, and he runs straight past me. He doesn't see me. I'm 100% camouflaged him. However, the guy that saw me, who actually sounds to have an M16A4, he is taking shots at this guy. But now this guy is taking shots back. So if I shoot him, I'm fine. Because the thing is that the guy shooting him will think that it was a shot coming from the guy I just killed. So that guy up there can be a problem, because if I move now, he might. Okay, so let's quickly talk about vehicles. So vehicles are an extremely important part of the game. If you don't have a vehicle and you're stuck on the entire other side of the map where the circle is gone, you can have big problems. So my favorite vehicle is the UAZ. It is pretty much a Jeep. I don't take the unroofed ones because those ones are pretty much useless. The bike is the fastest, yet it is the most untrustworthy. Example A. Son of a... Okay, so as you saw right there, bikes can be extremely dangerous. So I try to avoid them as much as possible. But when you need a vehicle, you just take whatever you can get. So I love the UAZ. This is the current car I'm driving. It does normally have a roof, which I prefer instead of just having it open. But the reason I like this is it has a wider body, so I can do this much easier. Yep, I can ram people over so much easier. And on top of it, I mean, this car doubles as extra cover, because just having the extra space on as a larger car, this is so much easier for looting because I just get the extra cover. Okay, so before we move on, I just want to quickly give a pro tip. Do not ever push F while under the pier. So as you can see here, this is currently my favorite version of the car. This is the UAZ with the top on it. So this is just an amazing car. I mean, it protects you from a lot of snipes. If you sit in the back seats, it can be very useful. So when you sit somewhere, if you stop somewhere, I would suggest either getting out the car and sitting far away from it, and then you can watch it and you can snipe it if someone tries to steal it, or you can sit in the back seat of the car and you can move to different locations depending on where you want to be. So control 1 is your front seat, and then control 2 is your passenger seat in the front, and then 3, 4, 5 are all the back seats. So that can be very useful, and I've used that multiple times for survival. So another thing that is very important is awareness of your surroundings, because I saw this car coming. However, I didn't want to take action on it because I was already number 28 and I didn't want to die. However, because I didn't take action, this happened to me. So action can actually be very important in these sort of situations, because I died completely due to this. So another thing that I once want to mention about the camping thing is that for here, I decided to quickly camp in between these two doorways. Because for me, I can see out the one doorway here, and this other doorway I've been peeking through the entire time. So I'm number 3 on the map, and I know that there's someone outside this front door right in the location I'm looking in. He hasn't been very secretive about it, so I can hear him. I think if you put the volume a little bit loud on the video, you should be able to hear the footsteps. but he was there. So the thing was, I decided I'm going to stick in this little room for a little bit, and it was a good idea because the thing is that you get to this point and you're able to pull it off. I mean, the thing that sucked for me is I didn't have a smoke grenade. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted smoke grenades. That's one thing. Use your tacticals as much as possible. So smoke grenades, frag grenades, and you can use your lethals also because those are highly important. So frag grenades, Molotovs. Molotovs are insanely strong. They can just delete someone's health if you're smart with it. Frag grenades, you need to, if you want to have action in it, you need to hold the frag grenade long enough for it to really do anything. Because the thing is, it depends how far you want to throw it. If you want to throw it far, hold it in long enough until you think you have the right length. So yeah, I wish I had a smoke grenade. A smoke grenade would have been very useful picking up. I did actually walk past a few. See, now I'm pretty sure I got shot here. I think this guy was behind me. So once again, I was way too fast to just getting out of there, and I didn't watch my back, and I think that messed me over completely. So I made it into top 10. I was number 3, and I do these little mistakes often. So I also have lots of things. My own checklist is something that I don't follow to perfection, and I tell you, if I followed my checklist, I think I'd make it to number 1 all the time. Alright, so here I picked up an M24. Now an M24 is probably one of the best sniper rifles in the game. I love this thing, and I picked up an 8-time scope with it. So I want to quickly cover long shots with this. So this isn't as much a long shot. However, you need to play it smart, because the thing is, I didn't want to take the shot immediately there, because like I said earlier in the video, if you take a shot and you don't hit the guy, you're going to make an enemy that is just going to mess you over. Because the thing is if I make an enemy, this guy isn't going to let me leave, because he's going to watch my entire movements, because he knows where I am. And if I need to move to kill someone else behind me perhaps, then I have 2 guys attack me from different directions, so that would be completely useless. So yeah, I wanted to sit here and watch his windows, because this is actually a very, very useful thing. If you see someone run out, you can go camp in their car. You can actually go sit in the back seat of their car, and you can, when they jump in, you can shoot them. That's quite useful. However, right here, I just wanted to mainly shoot this guy. So I was outside the zone. I actually need this guy's car quite badly. But if you see, just in the top of the scope, his head is poking out right there. So now this shot, if you just die magically like that, please don't report me. Like, it's just me sniping you through the windows. You know, I'm just an awesome sniper. Yeah, yep, 100%. So yeah, so long shots are actually very, very important. If you can pull them off right, awesome. If you can't, don't take the shot, because you're gonna have big problems then. Okay, so here's another example of camping. So I've been outside this house for the last few minutes. There's been 2 guys. There's one guy that's still upstairs, and there's one guy that's running past here. The thing is, I know that this guy, I can kill him. However, I know there's still a guy in the house. There he comes, right here. So I'm gonna kill this guy while the other guy is swimming across the river, and I'll see if I get that guy any other time. So this was a wise decision, and I actually did very well in this round. I managed to get awesome loot with this guy. I mean, I picked up a suppressor, I think, somewhere down the line. And then here I saw this buggy, and it came flying into the river because it was being shot by someone. And this guy swam across. Shooting someone in the water is very difficult, so he actually made quite a good decision. But however, that guy there wasn't close enough to him, so he couldn't take the shot anyways. I, however, was waiting on the other side, pretty much prepared for the trap for him. So this guy crosses. I don't want to shoot yet, because this guy is being shot at. So I mean, if I take the shot, that other guy's going to notice me. So what I did instead is I waited, and I shot at him, so that I got the kill. Now this guy doesn't know what's going on. This guy, however, I can just snipe now. Bang, bang, headshot, and he's down. And I mean, I don't need to loot them because the zone is coming in now. However, I did give away my position, because I did think I had a... No, I didn't have the silencer just yet. But I gave away my position, yeah, a bit too early. And the circle was really small already, so I kind of messed up just a little bit. So I gave away my position. I got amazing loot of this guy, which I was highly impressed with. He had the M246, I think. It's the... See, that machine gun is a complete automatic, like full machine gun. So I was being shot here by a Car 98, and I didn't have a headset on, so I couldn't tell where the shots are coming from, and that's also a mistake. I can highly suggest going with surround sound if you can, because if you can know where the person is, you won't get shot as easily. So I had surround sound headsets that I didn't put on, and I got sniped, sadly. So, yeah. And if I think I hadn't have been, I would have been ran over the car. So, that happened. Okay, so let's quickly cover my favorite landing spots. So my favorite landing spot of all time is definitely the small Malta power plant. It has such amazing loot. I've picked up Car 98s there so many different times. It's not often visited, and you can, if you land on the roof, you can often kill someone with the loot you grab on the top. So it has amazing scopes, amazing loot, best place to go. Secondly, there is the shooting range. Shooting range is absolutely amazing, depending on what kind of RNG you get. So it can have either amazing loot, or it can just screw you over completely. So there's a town nearby, so I like that, so I can go there if I get bad loot. There's also lots of cars around, so it's actually quite a good pick. There's also lots of bunkers, so that's good. So my third place is the underwater town. The flooded town. It doesn't got the best loot in the world, but I know it's like the back of my hand, and it's actually quite easy to work around it, and you're able to keep control over it quite easily. So I enjoy that. It's a safe play. So yeah. And last but not least, we have Novre Pnoye. I don't know. I'm not gonna pronounce it. It has amazing scopes. It's pretty much like the small Malta power plant. It can have Car 98s. It has 8x scopes. It has all around awesome stuff, and it's not visited often. And if it is, it's massive, so nobody's gonna find you. So I highly suggest this place. Alright, so that's going to wrap up the video. I hope this helped you all, and if it did, don't forget to hit the like button so I can see that you enjoyed it, and I can do more videos like this. So I will be doing more videos. I'm going to make a series out of this, and then we're going to continue to learn more about this, and every time there is a new update, I will also be releasing videos. If it's a major update, such as the vaulting that they plan to release, also when the new map comes out, I will be doing lots of information on that. I'll try and give sort of like a guide on how to survive that also. But this is sort of just the basics, and that was sort of the idea for this round. This video, I just wanted to help you guys sort of get into it. If you're new, this is a very helpful thing. If you are been playing the game for a long time, skill definitely does come into play. So if you have skill and you have the checklist, I think you can definitely win, and you can win so many times it's not even funny. So that's gonna wrap it up. All my social media links are down below. You guys can go follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, and I will keep you guys posted on all the new information and stuff there. So that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, cheers!